Hello, everybody. This is Anthony Fiorella, and we've got a special treat for you today. This man right here to my left is one of my good friends, and none other than Rutherford County football video legend Stork Montgomery. Stork has produced nearly 2,500 videos we're getting up to right now on 3 different channels, and has hit nearly 400,000 views in his time. Graduated from Eastern Kentucky with a degree in public relations and moved here to the Rutherford County area in the late 90s. Did some PA announcing for the Smyrna Junior Bulldogs. Did a little bit of filming there, and then slowly progressed. Did some Smyrna Middle School, moved on to Smyrna High School, and you were with Coach Philip Shadowins there. So, Stork, first of all, thank you for welcoming in today. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Well, I enjoy it. I've been doing it a long time, and it's looking back upon it, I never thought that, I'd just continue on doing it, but it seemed like a natural progression. But just glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, kind of left off at Smyrna High School. So, let's kind of talk to the folks about, how that relationship got started and how it kind of progressed.
Coach Sean Middleton wanted me to come do freshman games, and I said, okay. So I started calling freshmen, and it just seemed that Coach Shad found out about the video work I was doing, and he asked me if I wanted to participate on Friday Night Lights, and I said, sure. Then I had Marcellus and Charles, and that's really when I loved it. When Charles became quarterback, it was fun. We knew we wasn't going to win the state. I mean, Riverdale had an explosive football team at that time, and Coach Rankin was doing a wonderful job over there. And, but you just loved watching Charles Arona and Marcellus create on a Friday night, whether, Charles would try to flip it out and then pull it back and keep it himself or whatever. It was a lot of just, if you watch any of that old 2004 clips, I mean, nothing was planned. Those guys were going out there and creating that on a Friday night.
It wasn't more of that typical, we're going to get in an eye, hand the ball off Philip Shadowin's offense. It was more, they were more free to kind of do what they pleased with the football.
They were just naturally gifted. And Charles often said this to me. I remember we were on our way back from Columbus one night, and I said, or we were on our way to Columbus. They were in spring practice, and I was taking Charles and Marcellus to the Nike Combine in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm riding along, and we were just outside of Cincinnati, and I said, Charles, it's a big day tomorrow. I really want you to do well. And he said, Stork, I really don't give 2 squats about a combine. He said, what I really care about is when that band cranks up on Friday night and the lights come up, that's when I know I'm ready to roll. And, it meant what I was trying to do for him at that time, it wasn't kicking in for him. And to take 2 kids from Tennessee, go up and compete in 315 kids, and you got one Charles who's, giving it about 80% of his full energy. He gets 21st, and Marcellus pops a 9 total overall score for the combine. Well, I knew I had some good athletes there. Sonny, at this point, he's a sophomore, so we get our first look at Sonny Gray, which I knew then, he was a great quarterback. He always just was poised in the pocket. He made good decisions, good handoffs, and he's one of these guys that you're in the huddle and you say there's 2 minutes left. You get in. He says, "All right, guys, y'all just give me a little time. Rod, get open. We're going to run this ball right down the field. And we're going to score." He never got shook, and that's what made him who he was. They always talk about it takes a great quarterback. Sonny was a great quarterback when he got there. He just needed to get used to the pace of high school ball. Once he got that down, he was off and running. 2008, after Sonny and that group, we won back-to-back, 06, 07.
Yeah.
Just remarkable time. It was not just Sonny, it was the other kids too. It was Will Martin, it was Jeremiah Bryson, it was Josh Day, it was Tyler Eady, Tyler Montgomery. There was just a lot of great Rod Wilkes. Come on, we can't
forget Rod.
Nobody will forget Rod. Hendricks, Antoine Hendricks during the 2006. It was just a lot of fun. Josh Crouch, who caught the big pass. There was a lot of kids. We had a lot of fun, and it was a great time. And that part of it, getting to see for the very first time a high school football championship and to watch rings be issued and smiles on faces and the very first one, and then you come back and win it again. I mean, that was remarkable. I think during just that time, it was almost like we were moving in slow motion. Rod was really highly ranked at this point. I mean, it was unbelievable. He had showed up at the combine and he was just completely off the charts. His ankles were about that big. I mean, I'm not kidding. He was just a big kid out there running around, and he just looked so much bigger than the other ones. And we're sitting there and we were watching, I remember, because it was like January 6th or whatever, and we're watching the NFL playoffs, and I think we're watching Philadelphia or somebody, I can't even remember, but we're sitting there and I told him, I said, we'll never be here again. What is happening right now, we'll never be here again. You guys will go on and your lives will change, but I've enjoyed it, and I'm getting ready to enjoy another run, and hopefully we can get another ring. Mm-hmm. This is going into 2007. And at that moment, I just knew that, you know, I had watched two kids grow up and really become men, as far as, you know, from a high school and getting ready to go off to college and make that next step, and I was happy for them, and now it was just a matter of going through the motions. He was so special because we never talked.
Yeah.
You know, all through high school, I never talked to this kid. I just created his videos, created his nickname, spoke with his father, but we stayed far back. We let Tavis do his thing, and he was just a special kid. We'd see him, and I'd normally just say to him, if I saw him or had an opportunity to catch up to him before kickoff, I'd say, you know, give me a little something tonight. And he'd just shake his head. He'd just shake his head. You know, I mean, it's almost like, yeah, I got you. And lo and behold, you know, that is one of the special times that you could honestly say that when you're filming kids and you're just waiting. When you hit that record button, you look at the other person and you get ready and you say, this could be the one.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be the one. Thomas McDaniel once said, he said, we had 5 guys within 3 feet of him and couldn't stop him, could not stop him. You know, he was really special. He was talking about Ty Nix and some of those guys, Jacoby Stevens and some of those guys, and helping those guys. Just a good time, good time. The Oliver kids, you know, the Smith kids. They were all a lot of fun over at Oakland, and you know, that relationship even at Oakland. Coach Thomas McDaniel and I had a special relationship. I enjoyed Coach McDaniel. We enjoyed doing our inside the headset, and I enjoyed listening to him. And then Coach Kevin Creasy, 2 totally different styles,
right? But
a lot of fun to be around and to watch their style of football.
Stork, again, it's been great getting to sit down and talk with you for a little bit today, and
I enjoyed
inviting me into the nest.
Well, you know, I don't mind setting up the whole gig and doing it in a situation like this. I've never been. It's been a long time since anybody asked, "What is my story?" And a lot to say. I will say, you know, and I kind of took over there, and the reason why, I guess, I just felt like I was on, you know, but all in all, I enjoyed it, and I enjoy working with you, and looking forward to the fall.